Hi guys, welcome back to Waxing On, 24th of December, Christmas Eve. And we're featuring one more box set before Christmas. And we're going back to an artist who's, gosh, he's been around pretty much 60 years. Out on tour still, recording, writing. He has the never-ending tour, and that's Bob Dylan. Now, Bob's had a few box sets out. I think the first one I picked up was one called Biograph, which, covered a lot of his previous releases. But usually with box sets, I like things that are a little unusual. And I picked up one. This is a series that has been very popular for Bob Dylan called the Bootleg Series. And this one is the Bootleg Series. I'm going to pull it back far enough so you can see it all. Volumes 1, 2, and 3. So the first in the actual Bootleg Series. And it calls Rare and Unreleased from 1961 to 1991. Now, of course, it comes with the usual, a couple CDs in there and a great book with it. Cameron Crowe doing some interviews with Bob in here. Plus there's a little bit of writing about each of the tunes that are included. I'd show you more about the book, but I'll tell you it's pretty fragile here and it doesn't open very far. It's kind of glued shut there. So, a lot of photos, a lot of stories about it, not a lot of words, more stories about the individual songs. Now, the songs cover back from his first Bob Dylan album right up to Infidels. There's some live recordings as well that are showing up on here. But what I enjoy on here, we're looking at a couple of the albums. Let's say Bob Dylan itself. We got a couple of outtakes that were never used. So things that were recorded during his very first album called Bob Dylan that were never used. We go up to Times Zero Changin'. We've got outtakes, but we also have couple of really exciting things here. We've got piano demos. Piano demos of When My Ship Comes In and The Times They Are Changing. So it's chances to hear Bob playing piano and singing the songs. Not all the production that goes with the rest of it, although at this point his production wasn't really overdone in those early albums. It was pretty basic, but to hear him do these demos was really exciting. Same thing on here. We've got a couple of other outtakes from The Times They Are Changing that didn't make the album, but from that same era, so you know what to expect in there. A song called Susie, The Eternal Circle, Seven Curses. We've also got some from Bringing It All Back Home, where Bob's kind of changing things up a bit. Mr. Tambourine Man, Subterranean Homesick Blues in that era. Things are getting a little way more from the folk kind of thing. We've got alternate version, an acoustic version of Subterranean Homesick Blues. Again, something a little different. That's what I love about box sets. I mean, you're getting things. It's not just a greatest hits album. I mean, I love greatest hits albums, right? Because you're getting the best of what the artist put out there. And if you're new to listening to that artist, it's great to have that as a good base to get an idea of what they're all about. But these outtakes, a chance to hear a whole different version of the song and maybe done the way the artist wanted. The demos are great. Now, with Bob Dylan, that's not always a problem. I've seen Dylan in concert a couple of times, and I'll tell you, he never seems to do the song the same way twice. A lot of times I've recognized songs he's singing only by the words. All of a sudden I catch the words and say, okay, that's what it is. Because he's changed the music, he's changed the way he phrases it. So he's always changing them up. Some people find they don't like that. They like to go to the concert and hear the song just like it was on the recording. Bob Dylan's not doing that. Excuse me. Bob Dylan is changing them all the time. So having alternate versions on here is maybe not as much of a stretch if you've seen him live. If you haven't, it's great to hear how he changes things. And even on his live albums, how things are very different. I think of another example, and it's on here. We've got, see if I can find it, Blood on the Tracks, Tangled Up in Blue. We've got the original New York version and the original version of Idiot Wind. Now, if you remember Idiot Wind from Blood on the Tracks, I mean, this was a pretty straight-ahead tune in the Dylan style. A couple of years later, he released an album called Hard Rain, a live album. And the version he did of Idiot Wind on there, it's just amazing. It has so much energy, so much drive to it, so much anger with it that the song takes on a whole new feel. And to me, it's probably the best version of that song I've ever heard. The Blood on the Tracks, it fit the style of that album, but when he got live and was doing it on this Hard Rain concert, it's a whole different tune. And if you haven't heard it, check it out. Tangled Up in Blue, Let me see. If you see or say hello from Blood on the Tracks, we got original New York studio version on that again. We've got outtakes from Desire, Slow Train Coming, so we're back into his Christian era there where he started. We got a publishing demo of the song called Every Grain of Sand. So again, a demo he's doing when he's just introducing the song to get the publishing rights straightened out. Shot of Love, we've got a song here called Someone's Got a Hold of My Heart. It's an early version of the song Tight Connection to My Heart. Obviously the song goes through some transitions before it made that final album. Again, we're right up to, I guess, Oh Mercy. I said Infidels was the last one, but Oh Mercy on here. So 1961 to 1991, outtakes, demos, alternate versions. I mean, who could ask for anything more? You know Bob Dylan, you know a lot of these tunes, but you don't know them this way. And the Bootleg Series has really taken off. One of my other favorite bootleg ones was the Rolling Thunder Review, and it had some great tunes on it as well. He's got a couple of live albums in there. I would say any of the Bootleg Series are interesting because they're drawing from different eras of his career. For me, 1, 2, and 3, where it all started, kind of set the tone for the rest, and well worth checking out. Okay, that's it for Friday, Christmas Eve. Everybody have a great Christmas, have a great holiday. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.